Now, that's what you can come and catch swimming off our local beaches. That is a cracking tailor. Now, we've got dog walkers here, so beautiful little chopper. So we managed to get one in, finally. But that is an absolute beauty of a tailor. Welcome back to another little episode. This is going to be the last one of the series. I'm actually greeted by a very experienced Swan River angler, Tom. I'm not going to put him on camera just yet because it is still very early. The sun is about to creep up. We've got new moon on Saturday. So what that means, we are out to collect some fresh baits. We're going to be throwing various size metals, stick baits, micro jigs, you know. We're going to hopefully find some herring. We might pick up a flathead or skippy or a rogue tailor, but I don't want to get too excited. Raging easterly. We're going to head down the water now. The sun's about to creep up. I'm excited to get some fresh bait for tomorrow's new moon Saturday bonanza. Let's get down the beach and we'll see you soon. Cheers. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I've managed to lose another fish in front of gun angler Tom. Very embarrassing. I actually hooked the tailor first cast, which I reckon I would never be able to do again if I tried, on the metal. I've probably done about 3 or 4 lure changes. I'm just going to have probably 4 or 5 more casts with a 30-gram metal slice, and then I'm going to hunt. The mission this morning is a couple of fresh baits for tomorrow. I want to go and soak some fresh baits with that southwest winds. 2 days before the new moon, I think it's going to be a very good day to go and have a crack. Still some mulloway underneath these tailor schools. The tailor that I managed to get on the beach probably was about 35, 40. It's not a monster. Probably would have let it go, to be fair, although could have kept it as well for fresh bait. But yeah, the mission this morning is just to get a couple of fresh baits for tomorrow. A lot of fun just walking these beaches. You know, we're probably going to see a few bust ups shortly. Might see some dolphins. I reckon I hooked that tailor about 4:45 before I could even see. First cast, must hit it on the head. Got it all the way on to the beach, but this slope here is very sharp and the trebles popped out. I do have singles as well on some of these metals, so I do mix it up. Couple more casts and then I'll probably put on a little micro jig and see if I can't get a few herring before the sun hits the water. All right, back again. I'm doing a lot of lure changes this morning. I've just put on the 21-gram CID casting sprat, translucent or clear, this one. 3 to 5 casts. I'm still hopeful of a tailor, even though I dropped that first one before I could even see, which is pretty typical this time of year. They do go out, you know, they do go out hunting very early. And I'm just going to mix up the, you know, the distance I cast, the speed. With these sprats, you don't really need to do too much action, just a little side, you know, little twitch, little lift if you want. But you don't need to rip it in, just nice and steady. See if you can locate the fish. We haven't got any burley set up. We're actually walking this beach, so we're just going to go up and down. We're going to look for any signs of life, any, you know, see if we can see any whitebait getting chased. Have one more cast, and then we'll do another lure change. Generally what happens this time of day, you put on a small lure, it gets eaten by a big tailor. So, you know, it's that fine line when you give up on the tailor and go for the smaller fish. And I'm just after a couple of herring today. So I don't really need to persist too much with the tailor other than the fun of it. So I lost one very early on, right at my feet. Got to have a good look at it before it swam off. So we'll see how we go. All right, one more, then we'll do a lure change. The other day, I didn't get a chance to try out the Vex assist hooks. What I like about them is they came in a pack of 3. That's probably what caught my eye. So I've just put on a little twisty, 15-gram Halco twisty with these new Vex assist hooks. So I'm going to give them a run this morning. Again, 3 to 5 casts, and I'm going to switch over. I'm not going to throw the same lure too much. Unless I'm getting hit with the lure every cast or every few casts, I'll keep it on. I'll see if we can get a couple of herring. That swell's picked up a little bit as the sun's creeping up. I'll see if I can get a herring to follow this in. I've got the shiver sticks, the sprats, various lures in the tray, and I'll just mix it up Just do 2 to 3 casts and then just change it. I don't want to get stuck throwing the same thing. The other day I got really lucky. The silver 11 gram shiver stick seemed to do the job very nicely, which I have got that in the tray as well, but we'll see. I just want to try these assist hooks out from Vexed. If it doesn't happen this morning, I'm sure I'll have another morning I can come down and do the same thing. Hopefully don't find a tailor at this point in time. All right, one more. I haven't seen any herring swimming through the waves yet. Tom did mention he had a few follows, so we'll see. I think I'll probably go, I might even go the yellow shiver stick next. Got micro digs. I've got a lot of lures to try, so we only need a couple of bait. Oh, look, that didn't even hit the water, and I don't even think this is a herring, so this should be interesting. That's always the way. I hope this is a herring, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh. I don't know, even that tailor I hooked before didn't feel very big until I saw it, so it's going to keep that rod tip down. What was that? That was third cast. Oh, we got a jumper. I'm pretty sure it's a herring. I'll see if we can get this one in. That was quite a fair way out, that fish, so just going to take my time because I've already lost the fish this morning. I don't really want to make that mistake too many times this morning. But yeah, I'm really just after a couple of baits for tomorrow, so just in that wave there. This is where you lose most of your fish. Probably just said the dreaded curse. Take my time, take my time. See what we've got here. There we go. Beautiful herring. Absolute on those new assist hooks, so that's really cool. Let's get him up. Hello, buddy. So those Vex hooks have pinned that beautiful herring. I've got my bag strapped to me on the back. I'm going to dispatch this one humanely and have another cast. I'll probably keep the twisty on, I reckon. Beautiful. All right, one more bait and we're done. Beautiful. Certainly been the morning of losing fish again. These fish are so well fed, it's unbelievable. You can see them in the water and they're very, very lazy. Got one here on the 11 gram shiver stick, nice little herring. If I can get this one in, that'll be my bait sorted for tomorrow. Then I can go and try for another tailor. So just gently beach it up. And a very nice herring. Tom's had to redo his leader, he got bitten off by a tailor. They'll do that to us. And there he goes, popped off, beautiful. So another little herring. Got the cooler bag with me. Tom's rigging up again. All right, now we can go for some tailor. We've got our bait. Happy days. And we might have a hookup. Let's go and wander down and see what Tom's got. Is that on the new rod, Tom? Yeah, nice. So Tom's got the 8, I think it's the 8-foot Affinity. I've got the 9.6. He's worked really hard this morning with me. Well, that's a very greedy herring. I thought you had a chopper on then. That's a lovely herring, Tom. He's gonna let that one, yeah, I've got bait, so that one can swim off. Beauty. I actually thought you had a chopper on, that's why I raced down, bro.
I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, nah, so he's got that little, yeah, that little profile, yeah, looks really good. All right, I'll let that one go back in and he's gonna have another cast. Probably the third tailor I've hooked this morning. Tom's been bitten off. We just can't seem to keep him off hitting the bank. Not a big one, but see if we can at least get a look at it. Definitely following the whitebait and herring around, that's for sure, off these beaches. Just look for the, you know, the key is look for those established weed beds. It's gonna jump in a minute. As long as I can get it escaping on camera, I'll be happy. Just trying to keep that rod tip down. But yeah, I've lost, I think, 3 now. 1 before first light. Tom got bitten off. So a lot of activity. Staying down deep, this one, which is very unusual. Pull 2, oh yeah, it's just a good tailor. Very good tailor. Tom, this is a big tailor, man. It's a good tailor. This is not a small one, bro. It hasn't jumped though. Very good tailor, this one. Holy moly, it's a good fish. That's not a mulloway, is it? It looks like a little mulloway. Nah, it's a tailor, eh? Now, that's what you can come and catch swimming off our local beaches. That is a cracking tailor. Now, we've got dog walkers here, so beautiful little chopper. So we managed to get one in, finally. But that is an absolute beauty of a tailor. So you just smash that little metal there. And on the light gear, these are Sass and Affinities. Go and check them out at your local tackle stores. We're gonna let this beautiful fish swim off. Got the dog walkers. How you going, mate? Good work. Yeah, they're just chasing all the whitebait around at the moment. So, and he's shaking the hook, so we'll get a nice release on him. Beauty. All right, off you go, bud. Woo! Nothing better than letting these fish swim off as well. You don't have to keep all your fish. I've hooked 3 this morning, all before first light, yeah. So you just got to walk up and down and find them. Yeah, bring your rod down. All right, let's go again. That was sick. Ah, that's the best way to start the day. I'm buzzing. Yeah, love it. We've managed to find the school of tailor. We've been going up and down the beach. What we're looking for is any disturbance, any whitebait. I think I've foul hooked a herring here, Tom, not a tailor. But we've got a lot of activity now. Yeah, I think, what have we got here? Yeah. You know the fish are feral when a little herring takes a 30-gram metal. So I said, I've got my bait now. So this one can swim off. Managed to hook a lovely tailor just before, off you pop, and off it goes. So I'm gonna stay with this metal right now. We've said we've come down to an open beach. We've found some established weed beds. There's a lot of whitebait holding off this beach. Said Tom's dropped some, I've dropped some, Tom's been bitten off. I managed to get one on the beach, so I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna keep casting. We've got 5:30 the time is. We've got dog walkers out. We've got people enjoying the beautiful beach. And we're gonna have a few more 100 casts. So Tom's just switched over. Changed his profile again. You see, keeping the rod tip low. And we finally got a herring. What, that's that duo, isn't it? Yeah, nice. So, look at that nice greedy herring. Tommy's definitely going for tailor, guys. But that herring has said I'll have a go at that. Look, good profile, and off it goes. All right, I've put on a little white stick bait. I'm gonna race Tom down the water. And I'm still in the hopes of picking up another tailor, but I won't be surprised if a herring grabs this as well. So it's very interesting today. The smaller profiles, the herring haven't wanted a bar of, and then the larger sort of metals and stick baits they've crunched. So very interesting. Every morning, every session's different, which makes it fun and frustrating. But I'm just gonna slow roll this stick bait right to my feet. Again, 2 to 3 casts. And then I'm gonna put my large metal back on and then call it a day. All right, we are wrapping it up. Sun's glaring in my face. We actually had a glass off. Tom's there, we had some fun. We actually probably hooked more tailor than I thought we were gonna hook off this open beach. And I guess that's just me wanting to show you legends out there, you know, if you come down early enough, put in the time, just bring a simple tray with some metals, hard bodies, a couple of soft plastics, a few micro jigs. You can have a lot of fun. I'm stoked. I've got a couple of fresh baits in the bag. It's sort of going to wrap up, as I said earlier, the series of the open beaches. We're going to start doing a little bit more filming off our rock walls, our groins. As you can see here, lots of keen anglers having a crack. It's actually completely glassed off, which I'm absolutely stoked about. We saw a lot of whitebait, a lot of disturbance in the water. The herring this morning would only hit larger profiles. So, you know, arming yourself with a selection of lures is certainly going to make all the difference. Tom tried out the Affinity. How was it? Pretty good?
Yeah, pretty good. Man.
Pretty good? Happy enough?
Yeah, sick.
So Tom's on a trip up the coast. So I'm very, very jealous. And I said I'm running the 9.6. He's got the 8 foot. Hooked up some fish, lost some fish. Had a lot of fun. Hope you've enjoyed this little episode. I said thanks, Tom, for coming down. And we actually managed to get a few fish on the sand. So we are stoked, but we're going to call it a day. And we will see you legends next time on the water. Cracking Friday morning. Look at that, lots of keen anglers having a crack. And why wouldn't you? We live in the best state in Australia, Western Australia. All right, legends, catch you next time. You.